Hello, Aries. Amyenergy here with your weekly tarot message. If you have not, please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. Working with the Thoth deck this week, we're going to pull out for our career, love life, and personal. Please use your own intuition. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website, amyenergy.online. Okay, let's get into career, past, present, and future for Aries. Ooh, okay, Aries. Okay, interesting energies coming out for you, Aries. We're going to clarify with the Pamela Coleman Smith deck, the holographic version here. Now, in the past, we have this ominous prism card exclusive to the Thoth deck. Okay, there's really no written meaning for this card. So, it's open to our interpretation. It's vast, it's magical. Okay, we're going to clarify it, but I feel like, in the past, we've kind of like stepped through a portal of sorts here. Okay. So we're starting off real woo woo here for you, Aries. Okay, but I just feel like something here has vastly changed about our perception and how we are envisioning our future. Okay, and this is in career. With the Queen of Wands, I mean, it's a beautiful energy, right? That's your queen being a fire sign, okay? And the Queen of Wands is very confident. And so I feel like, one thing that you're confident in right now, Aries, is what you don't know. Sorry, dropped a card here. Okay, sorry about that, Aries, but when I came back up, popped my head back up, we were at 222. Okay, so I feel like if there's one thing you're confident about, it's that you really do not know what the future holds. Okay. And that's a beautiful place to be. It's a magical place to be, which explains why in your current energy you are the magician, right? The magus. Okay. It's really a new beginning for you. Oh, yes, absolutely. And the Ace of Cups is here. So I feel like you're very fulfilled right now and you're really able to take action because you are filling your own cup first and you're putting yourself first with both of these wands coming out. I really feel like, you're it's interesting energy that I was just feeling like for some of you Aries, you may actually be creating life here. Okay. So for some of you out there, that could be the case, especially like starting with this black ominous card. Maybe, there was a change in your energy that you didn't even quite acknowledge. But here in the current moment, you're so full of love and new possibilities. Okay. Now, in the future, we do have the Five of Wands here for you, Aries. So, this is conflict, but it's also minor arcana, okay? So I feel like we have the death card coming out, but the Empress over everything. So definitely with that Empress energy, this is the mother. This is someone in the image that is with child. Okay, so I feel that that could be the truth for some of you out there. And if you're not actually, pregnant, you could be just like pregnant with new ideas, pregnant with a prophecy, right? You are really feeling like you have something to give to the world, to give to the light, okay? And the death card is here clarifying this Five of Wands. So The death card is actually the rebirth card. It's actually a very beautiful card because if you look at the death card, the only thing dead on the card is the tyrant, the king, the old way. Okay. So it's not without conflict, but there's a major transformation that is happening for you here in the future. I mean, I feel like, it's already begun, it's already started. And that's why, I do feel like I said, some of you could be having your whole entire life changed by bringing a life into this world or by bringing some sort of project, creative project or prophecy to the people. Okay. The Two of Wands is over the reading, so it's not without some tension, right? Some going back and forth, right? It's all going to happen in divine timing. So a lot of this change that is very profound may be happening internally right now. And, we may be waiting for the proper moment of maturation to actually bring this thing into the light of day. Okay. But it will happen in divine timing, and it's a beautiful place to be. So I love this coming out in your career energy, Aries. Really, really beautiful way to start out our reading here. Okay, let's get into our love life. All right, past, present, and future. Okay, okay. So, I'm not going to lie, Aries, there's a little bit that I'm concerned about already, but we're going to clarify. Okay, in the past, I definitely feel that there was a lot of emotions, right? Disappointment is the energy, the Five of Cups. So I feel like, we could have had some emotional turmoil going on within a relationship or a partnership here, or maybe just the lack of having that in your life. Okay, but I do feel like some of you are partnered just because the Six of Cups is also out here, the energy of pleasure. This card can indicate a very strong bond. Okay, but let's clarify this Five of Cups first. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there was definitely a major change in the past. Okay, and I feel like it was very exhausting with the Four of Swords on the bottom. We definitely had a lot of emotions that we needed to process. We had to really reevaluate our situation. We may have ended a situation in our past, right? We may have walked away from a situation, and now in the current situation we may have come back even because it is such a strong bond. But we'll see. Maybe we are actually learning a lesson here, but I am with the devil in the future. It's not looking like we've quite learned this lesson yet. Um, let's see. And this may not be resonating for every Aries out there. All right. Use your own intuition and book a personal with me, Amy Energy Online, amyenergy.online. Yes. So, Aries, I definitely do feel like in the past there was something, a turning point within our relationship, right? And I feel like things right now are mostly positive, but I do feel like, you know, we may not be being 100% true to ourselves in this moment. I feel like we're very much in this Queen of Pentacles energy, very concerned with our home, with the environment of our home. So I feel like, we've learned a lot. So, I'm not saying it's more this devil in the future that's giving me the idea that there could be something to be a little bit concerned with within the love life. But as of right now, I do feel like for my Aries out there that this is resonating for. You've really learned a lot about how you have contributed in certain ways to dysfunction within your relationship, how the other person has contributed. So you're very much trying to come to the table very healthy, very nurturing in this Queen of Pentacles energy. The Emperor is over your reading, though, as well as the Prince of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot to you, Aries. You have a lot of different sides, and that's definitely not a bad thing. That's a totally really great thing, right? You're very dynamic. But I do feel like with this Emperor, it's more like you're trying to be like with the Prince of Cups and the Emperor, it's like you're trying to be like overly optimistic about the situation because you really want this to work out for the bigger picture, okay, for the vision that you have for the family unit, which would make even more sense that some of you could, be expecting in this energy. Okay, let's clarify this devil. What's going on with this devil? All right, future energy. We do have the devil here, and the Knight of Wands is coming out. Okay, so I do feel like with the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Aries, I feel like, even if things are going really smoothly in this current moment, okay, there is still this impassioned side of us, or maybe this is even our partner, right? Who is, the Knight of Wands can be somewhat unpredictable, right? They can be in and out, and sometimes they might be like, I'm fine, and other times they're reacting from their wounds, okay? And this could be both. Usually it is, right? Usually when we're in a relationship, there's a little bit of both people who are contributing to the situation, right? It's very rarely just going to be, oh, one person is 100% wrong, one person is 100% right. So it could be a little bit of both, but I do feel like there could be things surfacing, wounds surfacing, and just kind of like toxicity here. So I would be careful of that, Aries. I would be careful of being too overly optimistic. And definitely, I feel like we want to maybe if counseling, therapy, is something that's accessible to you in your relationship, that might be a really good idea, right? Therapy is always a great idea. There's no shame in it. I think everybody should absolutely go if they have access. So yeah, it could be beneficial to have a third party to help navigate here if anything does happen in the future. But again, this is a general reading, so do not base your life off of this reading, Aries. This may resonate for some of you, it may not. For others, use your own intuition. And if you want to book a personal with me, again, my website is amyenergy.online. Okay, let's get into personal for Aries, past, present, and future. Okay. So, Eight of Swords over your reading here, Aries. So, with the Eight of Swords, we always want to remember that the same boundaries we put up to keep ourselves safe can hold us back in certain ways. Okay, so that may resonate for each of you a little bit differently, but it is over this reading. And I really do feel like there could be some ways that we are holding back. Overall, this is a very positive reading. I do feel that. I feel like even the devil and everything going on in this reading, you know, um, with the Knight of Wands and the devil, it could very much be like kind of a sexual thing too for some of you. Okay. That wasn't necessarily the energy I was feeling, and I do read intuitively, but just with these two cards, it could very much be sexual. So just make sure that you are communicating your boundaries and everything. If you're into anything like dominating, um, that type of thing, right? Just make sure you have a good understanding. And I feel like you do have a strong bond and good communication with this person. Okay, so getting into personal, we have the Empress here in the past with the Four of Wands. So I feel like you are very concerned, Aries, here in the past with creating a comfortable space, okay? Creating a space where you can create, where you can feel inspired, where you can feel safe, okay? So we really love this energy um, in the past, right? Now, in the current moment, I feel like we could be questioning things like, I feel like in the past we created this space in hopes that we would have some sort of spiritual growth or awakening, in which we are in the process of that, but we're in that dark part here with the indolence card, the Eight of Cups, where we're like, okay, I've decided to go on this journey, and now what? What is next? Why am I here? Why am I not, in the light? And yeah, it's going to take work. We actually do have to put a lot of work into this, but the moon is here, right? So again, it's confirming this darkness that we feel, this confusion in the energy where we might not know exactly where we're going, but you are on the right path, Aries, okay? I feel like it was more evident to you in the past. In the past, you were feeling very inspired. You were definitely feeling like you were on the right path. And now we're having to work a little bit harder at it. But the moon is here. It is an auspicious time. Even if you can't see where you're going, you are going in the right direction. And you just need to trust your intuition, trust your gut, and keep working, keep that nose to the grindstone, because what you're working on here is your evolution, and it's really beautiful, definitely worthwhile. Okay, and look at the future. Here is the Aeon card, so I definitely do see this evolution happening for you. I feel like some of you could have intuitive abilities, could be speaking with passed on loved ones, ancestors, okay? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it could be a little bit hard for you to admit it or to be straightforward with other people about the gifts that you're unlocking. But I feel like in the future here, you are tapping into some gifts and abilities that could even be a little bit scary. And that may be why you're holding yourself back with this Eight of Swords, right? We have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like, you know, your own power could be frightening to you at this time, Aries, because you're really tapping into some deep spiritual gifts, okay? But own your gifts and, you know, really just understand, with that Eight of Swords, like what I was saying, like you can always call for safety. If you're having a psychic experience that you do not want to have, you can ask for that to go away. You can ask, to not have that energy around you. Like you are in control. However, if I was you, I probably wouldn't really want to hold myself back from the full potential. So it's just an understanding. Like, you have to have your boundaries and you have to feel safe. Um, but I would definitely keep working on it, right? Keep working on our gifts and on getting more comfortable so that way we don't hold ourselves back from anything that could make our life more magical. Okay, let's get some oracles. We have the Astro Elemental and the Airmail Oracle here, both decks by Sarah Stacy, and you can order your own on her Etsy, and the link is in my bio. Okay, no is coming out here in our career. Okay, that's KNOW for any of you who aren't watching the visual. All right, envision is on the bottom. So I definitely feel like, there is a lot that you already know about your current situation, and I would focus on what you do know and less on what you do not know, because I do feel like there is something quite profound happening for my Aries out there this week, if this is resonating for you. And I feel like, not that we shouldn't be stepping into the unknown, but it's like what we do know can be that anchor for us. So I feel like we definitely want to, think about what we do know. And, especially if we're dealing with conflict, I feel like there could be things that, like, if we're dealing with conflict with another person, I think there could be things that we know really trigger that person. So think about all of these things that you know, because there's no, like, it's always okay to make a mistake, but there's no need to make a mistake when you already know, right? Like, we can avoid certain conflict with the information that we already know. Okay? In our love life, and this could be internal conflict too, right? So even if you're having an internal conflict, like, because I think it really could be more of an internal conflict, because it's really a major transformation that's happening in your life. So, if you're feeling uncertain, stick with what you know. Let that bring you peace. Let that bring you comfort in a scary time. And keep envisioning that most beautiful outcome and future for yourself. Okay, we have explore more is coming out in our love life, and look within also here. Okay, so when it comes to our love life, Aries, I do feel like, maybe there is more that we want to explore. If we are within a strong bond, it could be very difficult for us to, branch out, explore more things. Maybe that's why the devil and the Knight of Wands is here, because maybe, you have a little bit of passion in you that you'd like to take a little bit elsewhere. Well, you better make sure that you're not, that you're safe when you do this, right? Because people can have reactions, especially if someone's controlling or possessive. With that devil, that could be a possibility. So be very, very careful, Aries. Don't do anything stupid. Of course, if you want to explore more, you have every right to do that. But I would definitely make sure that you are in a safe space before you explore more, right? So even if you're going to be exploring with the same partner, maybe you want to explore um, some different types of activity. You want to make sure you discuss those boundaries first and look within, be really honest with yourself about what you want, what your needs are, what your limits are. Be very honest about that with yourself, okay? So let's get into personal, an oracle, please, over the personal portion. Oh my God. Come on, we're not doing this today. How irritating. Sorry, Aries. All right. Emote is coming out in our personal life. So I do feel like it's very important for you to tap into your emotions. We have send love coming out over your entire reading, Aries. So I definitely do feel like, don't hold back when it comes to love. Really do send love, right? And show your emotions. If you are feeling a certain way about somebody or about a situation, anything, like feel those feelings because those feelings are going to lead you to where you need to go, right? To where you need to be. All right, let's get into the Sacred Destiny Oracle here. For this one, we will read from the book. Okay, we have Focus coming out. All right, where's my book at? All right, Focus. Snowy mountain peak. The sacred landscape wants you to know what you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Direct your intent to one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts are and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion go forward and upward, and you will see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. Wow. Okay, Aries. So beautiful. Let's get you an angel card here. Let's get an angel for Aries. Sorry if I knock the camera and shake it around a million times, Aries. I'm trying a new setup. Okay, forgiveness and understanding coming out. Oh, ask and receive is on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's read to you, Aries, again. This book is full of so much love. So, let's see. Forgiveness and understanding. As soon as you see the word forgiveness, you'll know where this energy is needed in your life. Forgiveness is a correction in human vision, an opportunity to see through the eyes of the soul, and ultimately it, it gives us an idea of what it's like to see through the eyes of our angels. Whatever the situation that feels heavy on your heart right now, when this card appears, your angel guide is inviting you to release it. You aren't being asked to accept bad behavior or let it go, but to realize that the only person who's truly being affected by your unforgiving thoughts and feelings is you. You don't deserve to have past events get in the way of present happiness. And that can only happen if you make space by releasing painful experiences from your heart. So call in your angels and ask them to help you step into the energy of forgiveness. Even if you feel you don't know how to forgive, the willingness to do it will be enough. Understanding why others have committed certain acts or you yourself have made bad decisions isn't always easy. It's important to know that you are always doing the best you can with the information and tools that you have. And the more you learn in life, the greater your capacity to make choices from a space of love. When this card shows up for you, it's because angels see you as worthy of fulfilling and exciting experiences. When you are dancing with the energy of forgiveness, you are on the verge of a miracle. This isn't a time to be weighed down by the past, but a time to see beyond it. Wow. What a gorgeous message for you, Aries. Really love that. All right, let's get us a love oracle. Okay, a love oracle for Aries. I just think this deck is so much fun. All right. Ooh, we have Joan Collins. Beauty is power, so use it rather than lose it. Age is just a number, irrelevant unless it's a vintage wine. Everyone is a potential character for a novel. Okay. Age is not just a number, though. Um, that could be a little bit problematic to say. Age is very important, especially if we're like under the age of 18 age. Okay, so we also have Sigmund Freud on the bottom of the deck. The virtuous content themselves with dreaming what the wicked do in real life. The behavior of a human in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his life. Pure masculinity or femininity is not to be found. Okay, so sometimes those cards are a little weird. That's why I say they're kind of more just for fun. Okay. But you can always, usually there's probably something you can take out of it that I didn't quite pick up on because that's how they kind of work in my readings. Like, usually there's something about what they say that's like, oh, okay. Like a little aha moment. So, or maybe it was just for fun for you, and that's fine too. It is a general reading, so let's get you an affirmation, Aries. An affirmation for the week ahead for Aries. All right, I am valuable. Many people are thankful for my presence in their lives. Okay, you can screenshot that so that you can take the message with you for your week. All right, let's roll the dice here. See what comes up for Aries. Ooh, okay. We could be dealing with some heavy stuff this week with 12th house coming out. It doesn't surprise me that 12th house is coming out for you, Aries, because of the very spiritual nature of what we've been unpacking in this reading. And I do feel like, with the sun here and the Aquarius energy, I do feel you shining your light in those dark places. And even if it's not today that you can see the future impact of this, I do feel like the experiences and, you know, what you're learning right now is something that is going to help you to help others, right? So I do feel that you are not only doing work for yourself, but you are doing work for the collective. Maybe some of you are practicing psychic um, in some way. I feel very much like you are connected to the other side, Aries. I feel like maybe for some of you, you are aware of your gifts. For others watching this, I feel like you are maybe not fully aware of your gifts right now, but you do have gifts that can help the world, right? With this Aquarius energy. So, this was a very beautiful reading, Aries. If you agree, if you liked this, if it resonated for you in any way, please give me a thumbs up and a comment. I really do appreciate it. And that is what lets me know that you are here, that you are liking this, that you are going to be waiting for your reading next week, right? Because Sometimes I do run out of energy before I get to all 12 signs. So, I usually try to go for the signs that are engaging with their videos the most for no other reason than just that, I can see there is people there that may be let down by me not posting for them. So definitely just let me know that you are watching, Aries, by liking, commenting. If you want to help my channel, you can share with a friend or donate on Venmo at Amy Energy. Follow me on Instagram at Amy Energy. Follow me on TikTok at Amy Energy 3 and book a personal on my website at amyenergy.online. But most importantly, Aries, have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.